Viewer topics. If anybody has any viewer topics, this would be the chance to air the airing of grievances. Well,
your
viewer topics.
are intriguing to me, and I wish to subscribe
Red
to your
Lantern
newsletter.
Reviews. Thank you so much for the follow. Red Lantern Reviews. Weren't you following already? I thought you were following. Thank you so much for the follow, though. Extremely, very much appreciated. So this is a viewer topic portion of the show. If you have any questions that you would like to ask, any topics that you may want to bring up, that you want to see if we want to discuss, feel free to do that. This week has been a little bit intense as far as politics, so we will definitely not be talking about any of that. Dr. Claus is Swedish. Danish starts me sound like a Dr. Scratch and Sniff from the anime. Oh, yeah, okay, I got it. People wanting Game of Thrones redone. You wanted to discuss Game of Thrones privilege. Okay, so if anybody has not heard, there is a petition going around to try and have season 8 of Game of Thrones redone. Shut up. Knock it off. If you're I'll go over my thoughts on the season so far. We only have one episode left. I like it. I like what's been going on the show. There are some plot lines that I am upset to see have resolved the way they were resolved. There are a couple character deaths that I was not very happy about, and that's only because I personally like those characters. Everything else everything is proceeding as I have foreseen it. I think it's great. Yeah, like the petition to remake The Last Jedi. I'm sure there was a petition to redo Federation Force. There's always a petition. There's always a bunch of people that think signing their name to something is going to make this thing happen. And it ain't going to happen. Ultimately, though, I think the season has been fine. Like I said, there have been a couple of missteps in my opinion. They are my opinion. I think everything is progressing great. Yes, there are things that I would rather have seen than not seen. That is absolutely true, but that is absolutely an opinion. That's how it works. If you don't like it, make your own. Write fan fiction. Wait for George R.R. Martin to finish the damn books, because apparently I thought that he finished the books, and apparently he has not. You don't get to do this. You can make as many petitions as you want. The showrunners are not going to go back and say, well, the people spoke. So, everybody back to the set. It ain't going to happen. Stop. Yeah, it bothers me. It's so, don't be a baby. If you don't like it, you don't like it. That's fine. Nobody petitioned, and I feel like this is new. Nobody petitioned ABC to redo the last season of Lost, even though that pissed everybody off. Which I liked that last season, but everybody seemed to be really upset about it, or at least very confused about it. Petition.org has hurt our society more than it helps. Yeah, hawk goggles, because stuff like this happens, and the idea of signing a petition to get something done turns into a joke. And that's exactly what's happening. It's a joke now. When you hear there's a petition for, you automatically think, oh, here we go. And that's sad, because those sorts of things should be helpful, but they're a punchline at this point. They have to be joking. No, Dr. Gibbs, it's not a waste of time and money for the people who sign their names to these things. It's a waste of money for the showrunners, so which is why they won't do it. Redlands Reviews. Kind of stuff, basically half of the reason fanfic. Yeah, this is why fan fiction was invented. Because shows don't go the way you want them to. Movies don't go the way you want them to. Or they just end and you want more of it. Read fan fictions. This isn't really topical. I finally started playing Tetris 99. Got enough points for the retro theme, but learned the hard way. Yeah, it's a fun game, but it takes some effort. Speak with your wallet, not with your mouth. My brother and sister are way into Game of Thrones, and they seem to be enjoying it. I heard them freaking out upstairs the other day. Oh, man, yeah. Sunday's episode was the big sort of, I guess you could sort of call it reveal, even though I've been calling it for like 5 years now, what was going to happen. But it was sort of the big reveal, it was the big turnaround. And so now we're in the end game now. Yeah, we haven't seen the final episode yet. Hear about high-speed internet paying out $1,000 for somebody to stream Fortnite for 50. Somebody will do it. Somebody's probably already in the middle of doing it if that's the case. What are your thoughts on Famicom Clue Clue Land? Oh, well, Mega Winter came like a couple seasons ago. Famicom Clue Clue Land. I think Nintendo Online, I think its benefits suck. And I've been open about that. I don't like the games that are coming. I don't like the drip feed of games that we've been getting. We should be getting at minimum 2 games a week. Minimum is what we should be getting, and we should be getting more quality games. We should be getting stuff like Rekka and Earthbound Beginnings. We should be getting games that people actually want and may not have access to. Nobody asked for Clue Clue Land. Sorry, Solomon's Key fans, but both of you will have to accept the fact that nobody asked for Solomon's Key. Nobody wanted, what the hell is that game? Mighty Bomb Jack. Why is Mighty Bomb Jack on there before something like Earthbound Beginnings? You lost me. NSO is disappointing. I think you lost me on NSO. Wait. What do you think of the 2 game ticket thing? I think that's interesting. I think the 2 game ticket thing is kind of interesting. You pay $100 and you get 2 vouchers good for $60 games. That's kind of clever. It's a little weird. I feel like it's odd. It's like buying tickets for a roller coaster. You know what I mean? Like you go and pay cash for this other kind of currency. Like it just seems kind of weird. But it's, if you already have plans to buy 2 games, why not just spend $100 instead of $120? I mean, realistically, why don't you just discount some games, Nintendo? Nintendo is the worst for discounting games. Random good news for a bit. My restocks of the 4 Breath of the Wild Champion amiibo just came in. And earlier today, I also got all the Spirits and Smash Ultimate. I have not done that. Smash Ultimate, I've been going back every once in a while. I have been playing it a little bit more, but not really significantly. Now that you said it, I want those games. I still feel the NES games being released on the Switch Online wouldn't be as irritating for everybody. They release more. Yeah, if they release not 4 games a month, 2 games a week. And even that's a little low. But for $20 a year, what are you going to do? Periodically put games from the other well, that's coming. I want to talk about Mario Maker 2. Like I said, Mario Maker 2, I watched the direct for it. It was not really spectacular for me just because I'm not a Mario Maker fan. Oh, excuse me. Not that I hate it. I just never played the first one. At some point during the direct, they flashed the Super Famicom logo. I posted a picture of it on Twitter. That was not a hacked photo. That was not me editing something. That actually happened during the direct. I think that Super Nintendo games are coming to NES Online soon, or Nintendo Online. I think they are coming soon. I honestly think E3, they're going to announce it, and they're going to say, after this presentation, you can go on and get them. I really, really do think that that's what's going to happen. Yeah, that was a weird-ass edit that happened. Yeah, I think that was a sort of quick throwaway. Like, oh, look, Super Famicom game. For all we know, they're not coming, and they realize if we throw the Super Famicom logo, it's going to drive people crazy. It was just such a weird, random kind of thing to throw in there. And I wonder if they just did that because they want... Nintendo loves the hype. There's no question that Nintendo loves the hype. They know that they generate hype, and they do it on purpose. I feel like this was a sort of like, okay, we could just tell everybody that Super Nintendo games are coming. Or in the middle of the direct that has nothing to do with it, we can flash this little thing and drive people crazy, get people talking about it, and generate that hype, not only for Super Nintendo games on the Switch, but now people are talking about the Mario Maker Direct because of that. Like, they're good at it, man. They're good at generating hype, even if it's manufactured. What a sweet car Mario got. I like all the new added bells and whistles. Look like Mario Maker 2. I have lots of levels. I mean, I might pick it up. I might actually pick it up this time. Hopefully everything non-Smash gets put up before Smash. Otherwise, we're going to... Yeah, analysts, we had that problem, I think, last year where we had a Direct or something that was half other stuff and then half Smash. And then Smash dominated the discussion for the next week. And a lot of the other stuff felt like it got swept under the rug. And I didn't like that. I think Smash, at this point, gets its own directs. Luigi's Mansion this year. Since we're a month away, hopes for E3. Hopes for E3, Animal Crossing. That's it. I don't care about Super Nintendo games for the Switch. Yes, I do care about them. I don't care about anything else more than Animal Crossing. I don't think we're going to get any Metroid Prime 4 news since they just restarted the development. And I want them to take their time and do that right. Animal Crossing for the Switch is all I care about. Smash slowly crashed the shop with a 3.0 update. And then we had like 4 Smash Directs. My level of care was low. That to me is one of the cinematic things that happen when you jump on an enemy and it flashes. Oh, you think maybe that's what it is? That it was supposed to look like a cinematic effect? Oh, Bayonetta 3 news. I would like to see some Bayonetta 3 news. Paying real money for crash servers everywhere. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get Metro Prime 4. You know what, Red Lantern? I would be incredibly excited for Metroid Prime Trilogy for the Switch. But we have gotten that tease so much. We have created that tease so much that I am exhausted waiting for it. I will be incredibly excited if we get it. I'm not going to worry about waiting for it. I would love to see it. But yeah, I'm not even hopeful for it anymore. What about Astral Chain? ASTRAL Chain. We saw it once. It looked good. I have done a good job of scaling down my excitement based on the amount of information we got. Astral Chain looks good. I keep almost saying Astro Train. Astral Chain looks decent, but I don't know enough about it to care. I didn't care about Breath of the Wild until 2 months before it came out. For all of the talk that everybody had about Breath of the Wild, it was a snooze fest for me until 2 months before it came out. I remember it was January 12th when they released the direct that talked about the Switch. And they actually revealed it as a Switch, and then they talked about Breath of the Wild. And that was the first time I remember finally being excited for that game to come out. Hype responsibly, people. I need a gift for that. Maybe I need a little clip for that. Sorry, my eye is for some reason really hurting. Forgot about Link's Awakening remake. AR, I've seen the art style for Link's Awakening remake. I don't need anything else. Did someone say Astro Train? Oh wait, I got where's my I don't need anything else for Link's Awakening. That's the thing. I'm at a point with Link's Awakening. I saw what the art style looks like. I remember the game being fantastic. I've got everything I need to know about that game. I don't need anything else for it. It's a buy. That's it. Eye drops. Yeah, it's just the one eye drop. Daemon X Machina. I played the demo for Daemon X Machina. The service demo or not tech demo. Development demo. And I was not impressed. I think the game at the point that it was at during the development demo still had a lot of problems. So I would like to see them fix those issues that people brought up and see what it looks like later. Don't you need a release date? I'll like a release date. Like I said, Hawk Aquas. I know it's coming. I'm not too concerned with the release date because I've got plenty of stuff to play before then. I just want to know that it's still happening. What do you think the price point is going to be for Link's Awakening? I wish it was $40. I could see it at $60 just because this is a full-blown remake. I have a problem with high price points for things like ports, but this is a full-blown remake. So I would not at all be surprised if it is a full-price game. I hope that it's not. I also hope that when you beat it, you get the original on your system. I would love to see that. I hate to say it, I sleep for now. Oh, Lizard, I'm sorry. But thank you for stopping in. Oh, you are leaving, right? I want to make sure that I'm not waving you off for no reason. If you are going, then have a good night. A full-blown remake of a Game Boy game. I'm not paying. Yeah, Elements. That's my only concern, is that it's a full-blown remake, but it is of a Game Boy game. I would be interested to see how much they flesh it out. I think 40 is a great price point for that game. I'm just saying I wouldn't be surprised if it was 60, depending on how much effort they put into the game. Wait, I'm not leaving. Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask were reduced to handheld, I guess. I'm sure we probably. Well, here's the thing. Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask were effectively, upgraded ports, right? They were not complete rebuilds of the game. This Link's Awakening is a complete rebuild of the game. The other two were just ports scaled down to handheld size. That was my understanding. I don't have a new 3DS, so I wasn't able to play Majora's Mask, and I actually never bought Ocarina of Time. Considering I'm the mecha geek. Oh yeah. No, talking about passing on Dame. Oh, okay. I thought you were leaving. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Let them fix everything that happened that was wrong with Daemon X Machina. When it comes back, we'll take a look again. We'll do a once over again. Maybe we'll play the demo on stream one day so we can try it together. I still love Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask 3D ports to the Switch. I think those 3DS ports would be fine. Those were remakes with new models and game changes, at least from I thought they were Oh, okay, so they were complete from the ground up remakes. I thought they were remasters. You can play Majora's without. I thought you needed a new 3DS for Majora's Mask. I thought that required a new 3DS. Oh, it just runs better on the new 3DS. Oh, okay. Well, you know how I feel about the 3DS. Wait, hold on. So now, wait, are they ports or are they remakes? I'm talking about, when I say remake, I mean a full rebuild. I mean doing the graphics from the ground up and everything. Remakes where they kept 99% of the exact same coding. Yeah, see, so they're ports. Those are ports. Even if you smooth out the graphics or you update them, those are ports. The example that I always use is Resident Evil 1 against the Resident Evil 1 remake on the GameCube. That is not a port. That's a complete rebuild. Link's Awakening is a complete rebuild. This is not, they didn't smooth out the pixels and then throw a 2D Link's Awakening at us. It is a full-blown remake of the game. So yeah, I can imagine that because it's a full-blown rebuild, rebuild is probably what I mean to say, that it's going to be a little bit higher price point. But yeah, $60 does seem a bit much. Enhanced ports. There we go. Enhanced ports. I had a question about E3 as a whole. I can post it again. Yeah, what is your question there? Yeah, what is your question for that? Majora's and Ocarina graphics were pretty upgraded if you compare them to the original. Yeah, but it's still just an upgrade. It's still just a graphic upgrade as opposed to a rebuild. Yeah, rebuild is the word I'm looking for. Yeah, so that's fundamentally different. Plus, that it was on the 3DS, and I have the old 3DS. I can't play on the small screen. The Switch has me spoiled. Maybe that's what I'll look for at too many games. Maybe I'll look for a decent priced new 3DS XL. Seeing as how we have Nintendo Directs as well as Sony State of Play, and EA is skipping out on E3 to do their own thing. We only have Ubisoft, Microsoft, Bethesda, and some PC stuff. Is E3 even needed? I argue that E3 wasn't needed last year. I argued that we don't really need it. There are other companies. There are other companies besides those that you named. Digital Devolver always does something sort of major. Microsoft, I thought they have something that they do every once in a while. But yeah, Ubisoft, Bethesda, and I know there are a couple other companies that do things. Realistically, no, we don't need E3. We haven't needed E3 for a while. Ever since Nintendo proved to us that Nintendo Directs work, we haven't needed E3 for a while. It saves them a lot of effort to not do that at E3. Plus, I like the limited run does something at E3. I like the idea of E3 going back to an electronics entertainment expo and not just the video game thing that everybody talks about. I would like to see other stuff from E3, but all we see are the video game presentations. Maybe we'll get gameplay for Death Stranding. Oh, Eat Standing. Yeah, Death Stranding. I mean, I want to see it, but again, I'm not very hype. We haven't seen enough of that game for me to be hype about it. Oh, I know what I do want is Cyberpunk 2077. I want as much information on that game as I can get. I don't know why I'm in like a fervor for that game. Cyberpunk 2077. When is the release date for that game? I'm looking for the release date. Did we get a release date for Cyberpunk 2077? I mean, it's probably 2077. E3 has been useless to me since 2009. Is there better ways to learn a video game? Yeah, absolutely, Dr. Gibbs. You get all the information. I mean, realistically, you get all the information 20 minutes after E3 is over from 1,000 videos on YouTube. Somebody mentioned Final Fantasy VII. I'm hype. Well, I'm excited to see it. It looks fantastic. My issue is I don't know enough about the atmosphere of the game, Final Fantasy VII Remake, at this point. A good example, Final Fantasy VII, that's a complete rebuild. That's not a port. That's a complete rebuild of the game. So I expect that's going to be $60. Or no, I'm sorry, it's going to be episodic. So I expect it's going to be a bunch of episodes at $10 a piece. E3 should just go back to a backers thing. It comes out when it's ready, I think was their statement. Well, then it needs to be ready faster. Yeah, I forgot E3 is supposed to be about electronics overall, not just game. Yeah, the video game stuff for E3 kicks off the E3 stuff, I believe. I think E3 starts with the video game presentations. You don't know the atmosphere of Final Fantasy VII. Yeah, Mendez, if you've ever played Final Fantasy VII, you know that while it's actually really serious... No, I'm talking about the remake. While Final Fantasy VII had a pretty decent tone, had a pretty dark theme in some points, tonally it had a lot of humor. It had a great atmosphere to it. My problem is we don't know if they're going to try and maintain that. You know, people can get as excited as they want to about the Final Fantasy VII remake, but what happens when you play the remake from beginning to end and there's no cloud scene? You know, the cloud. Hey, buddy. Sorry, Sages is here. There's no cloud mansion scene. We don't get Red 13 dressed as a sailor suit, trying to balance himself. You know, we don't get those silly moments. We don't get the moment where we meet Yuffie and we have to manipulate what we say, otherwise she's going to steal our stuff. Like, are we going to have all of these moments? And I would not be surprised if they pulled those moments out and said, no, we're going for a more serious theme. But that's not what made the game what it was. We remember those scenes fondly. We look back at it's impossible to talk about how great that game was without those kinds of moments. So if they yank those moments out of the game, we're all going to be pissed off. So I'm waiting to see when we get that. All you need to do at the end of a scene is for me to see the silhouette of Cloud wearing that thing and his hair. And that's it. That's all I need to know. Cloud has a bath with a bunch of muscle heads. Are we going to get all of that stuff? I forgot how sassy Yuffie is in the cutscene. Yeah, remember, small spoiler. For anybody who has not played 7, when you meet Yuffie, you fight her on a random battle. And then when you beat her, she's easy to beat. When you beat her, you start talking to her. And if you do anything to take her off the screen, she will steal some stuff and leave, and you have to find her again. Like, even when she says, do you want to know my name? And you say yes, when it goes to the screen for you to input her name, if you want to change it, it goes away because she steals your stuff and leaves. It's great. It's a fun scene. US version on there just screwed up. Picked up Japanese. Oh boy. 7 is going to be fun when I get it on eventually on PS1. Oh, the Burly Man slap. The slap fight. Yeah, Yuffie stealing all the materia, chasing it. Sorry for the spoilers. I know that we are spoiling some things in the game, but it's impossible to talk about Final Fantasy VII and not talk about these moments. That's why I'm not really super duper hyped for it, just because I have yet to see anything that tells me that those kinds of moments are still in the game. When I see that those moments are in the game, I will be much more excited. Oh no, who was it with the slap fight? That was that Aerith and or was it Tifa with the woman from the Juno canon or something? Sounds funny. It messes with the player's expectations. It's not a major spoiler. I looked at something that would be helpful when I eventually. Oh, okay, it looks like something that would be helpful when I play the game. Yeah, you want to get into those. Sometimes you want Tifa and Claire. Tifa Scarlet. Thank you. Yeah, the little slap fight. Like that stuff better be in the game. You know, and yes, for the 1,000th time, if it's not in the game and the game doesn't live up to our expectations, we still have the original to fall back on. But the reason we're looking forward to the remake is because we want to see all of this updated in a modern way. And if we don't get it in the new one, we only have it in the old one. We don't get that update that we all like to see. I'm not going to sit in a room weeping if these things aren't in the game, because I have the original game to play. But it doesn't change the fact that we want to see it, and that's the sort of stuff that we're hyped for. Sorry, I saw somebody online say that, and every time this kind of stuff happens, that's what somebody says. Well, you still got the original. Yes, we still have the original, but you still kind of want the new updated stuff. That's what's fun. I appreciate a patch for the Switch and Xbox Fisted in me. Oh, did they do something? I have not bought it. I still have my points from the last Tetris Maximus Cup, and I'm still so like, do I buy Final Fantasy or do I buy the Tetris DLC? Or do I buy something else? Or do I just let the points sit there? Like, I don't know. I don't know. I just hope it doesn't go crazy, super anime in tone and keeps the silliness. Oh, and I want to hear the music for the motorcycle chase scene. That I am excited about. I just mentioned it. Somebody brought it up earlier. The Tetris DLC. I'm interested in it. I want to pick it up. It is a little bit backwards that we have to pay for the single player version and we get the online version for free. That being said, it's normally the other way around, so I really don't care. The online version is the better version of the game, so I'm glad we get that part for free. I would like to have a single player mode. I like that there's single player versus 98 other players, and then there's single player just continuous, like regular Tetris. That being said, I don't know that it's worth $10 for me yet. One thing that I will point out that nobody has pointed out yet, if you go to the Tetris DLC page in the Switch online store, if you go to the eShop and you look at the Tetris DLC page, there are 2 listings for DLC. There is the DLC Big Block DLC 1, which is the one now. And then there's another listing for DLC, and I think it's at December. So there is a second DLC coming. And nobody has talked about that. And I'm wondering what the second DLC is going to be. If it's going to be new game modes, or if it's going to be just new skins or themes. I guess technically they're themes. I want to see that because I would like to have an NES theme. I would very much appreciate an NES theme for Tetris 99. Didn't Fortnite do the same thing? Yeah, Fortnite does the same thing. Fortnite, the Battle Royale version is free, and the Save the World version is what you pay for. Paying for single player, I mean, I guess that means you're just buying the game. Basically, yeah. And Rami, that's my whole point about that. Normally, you just do it the other way around. Normally, you get the single player for free, and you pay for the online mode. Okay. Either way, you're paying $10 and you're getting the full game. What's the problem? I see people so up in arms about it. Like, you're paying $10. You're getting everything. What's the issue? The thing about whether or not the moments in the original will make it is why I feel like they should do what Josh, the winning can, said. Make it a reimagining instead of trying to do a remake. Yeah, because I don't think the Sony, especially with the censorship stuff, is going to let Cloud drive. Yeah, Neon, and that's my biggest concern. That's why I am less than hopeful that all of that stuff is going to make it into the game. Tetris DLC also cover future releases as well. Okay. New skins. Well, they have one already. There is one version already. They put the Game Boy version theme is what they're calling it. So that's in the game. It's great. It's got all the Tetris sound effects and everything. It's fantastic. I've been playing the heck out of it today. Tifa's chest probably will get changed. People don't like to be mad. Marathon is the only thing worth about it, but even then, it's better to wait and see the offline multiplayer. And yeah, Phil, that's what I'm waiting for. That's what I want to see is offline multiplayer. I want to see the ability to link up to 16 systems or something and play that way. That would be much more interesting for me than because I would like to try the offline 99 player mode just to see how it stacks up against actual human beings. Because I have the sneaking suspicion it's not going to be as difficult as playing online Battle Royale against real people. Mega Man nailed it. Tetris horse armor DLC. What? People are probably mad because they're not spending $10 to try and get to try and get single player from a loot box. Yeah, Minion, and that they are. People are mad about $10 and I get the single player mode. Like, okay, but would you rather it be if it was you get the single player mode and you pay $10 for the Battle Royale mode, which is the most important version of that game? It's the same damn thing. What's the problem? Doesn't that go against it being linked to Switch Online? Well, I think the Battle Royale mode, you have to have Switch Online, and then the offline mode you can buy separately. Can't wait for Tifa to bench press the whole cast. Yes, I'm waiting for the Dolphin Kick. I always felt Dolphin Kick was the oddest move in her arsenal. Offline 99 is a joke compared to actual. Oh my God, Phil, maybe I should get it just so I can feel good about myself and dominate some offline Tetris. Okay, let's close down the topic images. We are gonna wrap it up. It could be anything. It could even be a boat. What's up, Sinaj? What's happening? To offline mode, Tetris 1. Yeah, offline mode without the 99 players is just Tetris. Which is fine. I like that. Dominate and taunt the CPU. So that means Tetris blocks will have their own personalities as they go on a single oh my God. Single player adventure Tetris. It's the line pieces adventure to find out where he belongs. I think the possibility of a Sonic Adventure remake. I think it's possible. I think that somebody at some point is going to pick up the mantle of Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 and say, let's completely rebuild these games. But that is going to do it for today. Thank you so much. Hang on a second here. Thank you everybody so much for hanging out, for talking about all of this crazy stuff. It started a little sad in the beginning because of Grumpy Cat. But it ended up talking about some pretty cool stuff. I got hugged. Cool, I guess. Yeah. It's just the thing we do here. Tengen. Is it Tengen or Tengen? Tengen Tetris theme would be very nice. If you are watching and you are not already following, please go ahead and click the heart somewhere up in that vicinity. And follow us here. And if you have a Twitch Prime sub, if you have a free a Twitch Prime sub ready to go, feel free to use that here and get notifications and come out and join us. We stream 3 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. 2 to 5 p.m. Eastern. Those are game streams. And then Friday, I have to change the banner down at the bottom, but Fridays are going to start at 5 p.m. from now on. I did officially decide to do that. So we stream 4 days a week. If also look down below and follow me on Twitter. I got to organize all of my thoughts a little bit better here. Look down below. Also follow me on Twitter. Twitter's where I update everybody on whether or not what I'm going to be streaming, whether or not I'm going to be streaming, just in case anything changes. If you are watching this on YouTube, also go ahead and please click follow, and also check the link down below to follow me over on Twitter and follow me over on Twitch so you can watch us live on Friday at 5 p.m. I'll edit the schedule command at some point. Yeah, at the Elements, thank you for that. I have to edit the banner down below because the banner still says 3 p.m. But for now, thank you, everyone. Have an amazing weekend. Play some fun games. Enjoy yourself. Get out for a little while, even if you're just hanging out in front of your house and relaxing. And enjoy yourselves. And I will see you all next time.